Greetings, I'm your LEGO host, Dr. Wolfula. And when I'm not being made out of leftover Chewbacca and Emperor Palpatine minifigures, I'm here at the LEGO Wolfula reviewing LEGO movies. In this video, I'll be covering the first LEGO Scooby-Doo movie. Yes, there's thankfully more than one, as I review LEGO Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood, which is also the 26th direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movie. And if you think that's a lot, don't ask me how many direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies there are now. Not because it's a lot, but because I don't know. Back in 2015, LEGO released a line of sets based on Scooby-Doo and the rest of Mystery Inc., allowing you to build your own LEGO Mystery Machine. But if you wanted LEGO Daphne and Velma, they were sold separately with a $90 LEGO Mansion, a real bargain if you ask me. To promote their line of building toys based on a Warner Brothers cartoon, well, LEGO had Warner Brothers make a cartoon based on their building toy based on Warner Brothers cartoon, in the form of not one, but two Scooby-Doo movies, featuring the exploits of their tiny plastic counterparts. And these movies could be argued as being nothing more than 75-minute toy commercials. But what's wrong with commercials? I like commercials. They tell me which toys I should buy next.
Let's dig in!
Now, before Haunted Hollywood came out, there was a TV special titled LEGO Scooby-Doo Nighttime Terror that aired on Cartoon Network in 2015. But that special was only about 22 minutes long like a regular Scooby-Doo episode, and Nighttime Terror can easily be labeled as a commercial as it features the LEGO Scooby-Doo line's big-ticket set, the Mystery Mansion, as its location, along with featuring the set's specific monsters, with the Black Knight Ghost, the gang's first case in the original cartoon, fittingly featured as the villain in the LEGO Scooby-Doo gang's debut mystery.
It's the Black Knight!
But other than the LEGO look, Nighttime Terror is a standard Scooby-Doo mystery where the gang's van literally breaks down and they have to solve a mystery at a nearby haunted mansion, the Grimsley Manor, which has a hidden treasure, or as Fred says, treasure.
I'm just anxious to take a crack at finding its secret treasure.
The stolen treasures!
Besides trying to stop the Black Knight Ghost from stealing the manor's treasure, there's also an odd romance between Velma and the mansion's historian that doesn't really go anywhere. And why would someone choose to be bald in a world where you can put on hair like a hat?
Is that a Mensa honors pin?
Why, yes.
It's very impressive.
The Grimsley Manor, shown in Nighttime Terror, does return in the Haunted Hollywood movie as a film set based on the real place, showing some kind of continuity in this LEGO Scooby-Doo-niverse.
We've been to the Grimsley Mansion. We solved a mystery there.
But it could also just be a reminder for kids to get their parents to buy them the most expensive LEGO Scooby-Doo set.
We've been to a lot of haunted houses, and they tend to run together after a while.
The Haunted Hollywood DVDs even included a LEGO Scooby-Doo figure as a sample. Want the rest of Mystery Inc.? It's gonna cost your parents $120.
Oh, come on, guys. It's not so scary.
On to LEGO Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood, though. Well, it begins with the gang solving a mystery involving a swamp creature, which is really just an excuse to show off the haunted Lighthouse set. MSRP $50, kids! The opening mystery is actually based on an episode of What's New Scooby-Doo from 2005, down to the true identity of the swamp monster being Verona Dempsey.
Verona Dempsey?
It's really Verona Dempsey?
And even Shaggy's feeling some deja vu.
Accidentally stumbled
Across an old treasure map and used the legend of the Lighthouse monster to scare away any blah blah blah.
And the gang heads back to the malt shop where Shaggy and Scooby unknowingly and effortlessly win a hamburger eating competition, with the prize being a vacation visiting a movie studio in Hollywood.
You and all your friends have just won an all-expense-paid trip to fabulous Hollywood!
But the gang has to drive themselves, and the prize doesn't seem to come with hotel accommodations. So this vacation's not really much of a prize. It's more of a highly convenient setup for the movie's plot, but I guess it's about as convenient as the usual setup where the gang goes on a trip to meet some relative we'll never see again.
Thanks for having us, Uncle Carl.
Oh, yeah, there. It's good to see you too, Freddy.
After a musical credits driving montage, the gang reaches their destination, Brickton Studios, the only instance of a LEGO pun in this entire LEGO movie, and the gang finds that the studio is really run down. Well, I guess only the non-LEGO text on the sign is run down. The rest of the studio looks okay, but man, the text on that sign has really seen better days.
The only thing to fear at a movie studio are their sequels.
I don't know, Velma, it's Hollywood. There are definitely scary monsters running this town.
Welcome to Brickton Studios,
Upon entry to the studio, the gang meets Junior, the lot's Lego Doc Ock hair-sporting guard / tour guide / only employee, who's a big fan of the studio, especially its horror legacy.
Scary movies make people happy!
Junior is played by Scott Menville, best known as the voice of Robin in the Teen Titans cartoons, but he also played Red Herring in A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, and even voiced Shaggy in Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue before Matthew Lillard took over in every Scooby-Doo show after. It's gotta be awkward going from a leading role in Scooby-Doo to playing a random page in a Lego Scooby-Doo movie.
Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Personally, I think they're all great.
And speaking of red herrings, we meet most of the film's other future suspects on the studio tour.
Move it, Junior. Time is money, baby.
Chip Brickton, the surly owner of the studio, and Atticus Fink, a surly real estate developer trying to buy the studio, and who looks like J. Jonah Jameson after a shave.
I'm Fred. Nice to meet you.
Is it?
The backlot tour makes it plainly obvious Brickton Studios is a stand-in for Universal Studios, both of which have a rich legacy of horror and Western movies in their golden ages. Universal even had a Wild West stunt show. But the studio tour is interrupted by a Headless Horseman attacking the tour group in a soundstage, which feels like a random place for a Headless Horseman to show up, but they gotta show the minifigure from the Mystery Plane Adventure set somewhere in this movie, and it becomes clear to the gang that they have another mystery on their plastic claw-like hands.
Looks like we've got another mystery on our hands.
And through an expository film reel, the gang discovers that the monsters haunting the studio, which also include a zombie and a mummy, are believed to be the ghost of horror legend Boris Karnak.
Boris Karnak, the man of 999 faces.
Whose name is a Boris Karloff reference, but Karnak is also called the man of 999 faces, which is a, I guess, clever joke on Lon Chaney's nickname Man of 1,000 Faces. But I have to admit that having a Lon Chaney pastiche known for playing a bunch of monsters is a pretty clever way to squeeze in the Lego Scooby-Doo line's remaining unused monsters. The only hope for the next generation of horror fans is commercials for Lego products.
Ever since Boris passed away, we haven't been able to make one successful movie. I'm not sure why.
I know why.
Giving this movie a little extra classic horror cred is the film's final suspect, Drilla Diablique, a horror hostess played by Cassandra Peterson, who plays the real-life horror hostess Elvira.
The greatest late-night movie hostess ever!
That's 10 points to the kid with the chin stash.
Peterson later got to play Elvira in a couple traditional Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movies.
Happy Halloween!
But the reason why she's not Elvira here is probably because a Lego minifigure wouldn't do justice to her physical characteristics.
Listen, Brickton, I may be funny for a living, but the curse is no joke.
For whatever reason, Drilla has taken upon herself to visit the Brickton studio to warn of Boris Karnak's curse on Brickton for ending their production of horror movies.
His spirit came back to haunt the studio as his most famous creations.
But it's not really clear why she does this. She probably has better things to do, but whatever. When production of the studio's current rom-com flick is ruined by a Headless Horseman almost burning the place down with real fire, not Lego fire, Jet Brickton is forced to turn to the gang to not only solve this mystery, but also save the studio by finishing the movie with unpaid, non-union talent. Always the best kind.
No, I can't direct. I don't have an artistic point of view or any original ideas.
Hey Fred, it's okay. That at least means you can direct a Lego Scooby-Doo movie. And production of the rom-com continues on with Brickton making the call to cast a disheveled beatnik and a scary vampire lady as the stars. A true reflection of modern romance. Lego Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood is pretty standard for a direct-to-video Scooby flick, which isn't really a bad thing. There's a reason why there's like 100 of these things. People like them. But Haunted Hollywood only really has its Lego look to set it apart from other Scooby-Doo stuff. Yet it doesn't really take advantage of the Lego brand in fun ways. There are just a few gags where characters swap out their hair pieces or twist their heads around, revealing another face. And Lego is all about creativity, building things. But there's only one instance of the characters building something, and it's the mystery plane from one of the sets, built from instructions. I mean, Fred's whole thing is building traps. You'd think they get a lot of mileage out of that for a Lego movie and promote creativity to kids.
It's time for some action.
Outside of a few instances, you could easily translate this movie's script to a traditional 2D animated Scooby movie and wouldn't lose anything in translation, and it would probably look a lot better.
We may have single-handedly saved the whole movie.
The Lego Movie looked amazing through its realistic stop-motion looking CGI approach, with a detailed world entirely made out of Lego. But it's hard to make Lego animation on a budget like Haunted Hollywood with its flat lighting and clean plastic characters look more than just, okay. Haunted Hollywood isn't a bad-looking cartoon. It is really cute, but it just lacks the impact and expressiveness of Scooby-Doo in the translation to Lego. The gang in the regular cartoons all have recognizable and distinct profiles, but Lego minifigures are all uniform and the same height. But since Scooby had specially molded figures in his Lego line, Lego Scooby can at least faithfully maintain his 2D version's movement and expressions. I think it's kind of funny that since all Lego people have the same box torso, they give Lady Lego characters drawn-on negative space to give the illusion of a snatched waist. Even Velma, who wears a baggy sweater, is given a drawn-on hourglass figure for some reason.
Jinkies.
The Lego world of Haunted Hollywood also just feels very empty, and it seems like a lot of the world isn't even made out of Lego. It doesn't really feel like a world of toys come to life. The movie also doesn't capture the spooky look and feel of a traditional Scooby cartoon, especially with the monsters, who are limited to minifigure proportions, so they can't exactly be all that intimidating. But if you're the biggest wuss on the planet, this is easily one of the least scary versions of Scooby-Doo. If you somehow still get scared watching Haunted Hollywood, I don't know, you might be a lost cause. I mean, I was only a little scared of the Lego Mummy. Visuals aside, Haunted Hollywood has the usual Scooby-Doo gags, and there are actually some laugh-out-loud moments, like the part where Shaggy dresses up as Lego Batman.
Batman.
I like Lego Batman, he's my friend.
Have you always dreamed of being a famous movie star?
Yes, ever since we won this trip to Hollywood 3 days ago.
Haunted Hollywood does feature some of the writing issues a lot of modern Scooby-Doo movies and shows have, where all of the members of Mystery Inc. are equally dumb and crazy, instead of just Shaggy and Scooby being reserved as the comic reliefs.
Hanging from this drone isn't very comfortable.
Art isn't supposed to be comfortable, Velma.
But in a Lego version of Scooby-Doo, it's okay if they're all a little wacky and out of character. There's less of a mystery than usual in Haunted Hollywood, though, so the movie has to get padded out with some character arcs like Shaggy and Scooby refusing to eat Scooby snacks.
We're like off Scooby snacks. Permanently.
Daphne studying under Drella to learn how to be a star, or at least a horror movie hostess.
It's not every day you get acting advice from a movie star.
And Fred for some reason obsessed with directing his movie when he had no interest in filmmaking before today.
One phone call, and he'll never work in this town again.
The only Mystery Inc. character that doesn't have a story in this movie is Velma, who just tries to keep the mystery on track, and when Velma's usual story is her having a crush on some random character that will never be seen again, it's probably for the best, I guess.
I think this is a case of the show must go on.
In the end, the gang sets out to trap the monsters, but Fred just pushes the Headless Horseman off a railing, and Velma quickly builds a cage around the monster. As for the zombie, Daphne dressed as Drella scares him off a building. And Scooby, just to show off the mystery plane set, flies it over the zombie and just throws a net on the guy. If it was that easy, why didn't they just do all that earlier?
And cut!
Ultimately, the Horseman is revealed to be Atticus Fink, and the only clue to that, besides him being the shifty real estate developer looking to take over the studio, is that he had pictures of himself riding horses. Okay.
Meddling kids!
The real twist of this story is that the two monsters were working independently, with the zombie being Junior, who wanted to scare Brickton into making horror movies at the studio again because Junior is actually Boris Karnak's son.
He's the son of the man with 999 faces.
And Brickton decides to not press charges, even though Junior's haircut alone is criminal.
All this security footage. We can cut it together into a found footage horror movie.
Wrapping things up nicely, Fred realizes that they can edit all the security footage of monsters chasing the gang around into a cheap found footage movie that saves the studio. And it's called Security Cam Monsters: The Adventure Begins. They couldn't come up with a better title like Paranormal Bricktivity or something?
I don't want to spoil it, but it's a throwback film with a new type of attitude.
After showing off the mystery plane one more time, MSRP $20, Scooby takes a selfie with all the characters that will never appear again. LEGO Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood is a departure from other Scooby stuff in that it's mostly just a toy commercial, but it's a cute and different take on Scooby that little kids will probably really enjoy, and it had some fun moments like Shaggy dressed as Batman.
Batman.
Never gets old. Haunted Hollywood has kind of become a forgotten footnote because LEGO abruptly canceled its Scooby-Doo line, which makes me sad because the LEGO Scooby-Doo sets are so expensive on eBay now. LEGO Velma alone goes for $100, the original price of the entire set she was exclusively included in. My price on eBay is 30 cents, and that's just for loose parts. All these years later, I would like to see LEGO Scooby-Doo make a comeback with some new sets, but I'd especially like to see a full-blown LEGO Scooby-Doo game for consoles. It probably won't happen though, but I can dream. Anyway, I love LEGO Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood. It's my favorite movie. I give LEGO Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood a bald Daphne out of Shaggy as Batman.
Batman.
Before I let go, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, me. Pledge to my Patreon today to support the channel, help it continue to grow, and you'll also get access to weekly movie nights every Sunday, and archive commentaries if you miss the movie nights live. Just $5 a month to get a movie night every week. Here are the movies I'll be streaming next Sunday. Pledge to patreon.com/Dr. Wolfula if you're interested in my bonus streams, and I thank you in advance. If you liked this video, like it, and if you loved it, click the subscribe and bell buttons for more videos. I'd also like to thank these fine folks pledged to my shout-out tier on my Patreon for all of their kind support. Videos like this wouldn't be possible without all their help. Thank you for watching, see you next time. Doc signing out.